新しい車ゲットだぜ。
For this speed review, we're going to be looking at a 2023 Nissan Versa manual. The biggest draw of this car is obviously the stick. With Subaru removing the manual transmission from the Impreza, this is the only manual car you can buy in the US that isn't 30 Gs or more. The interior is plain but reasonable. There's cloth seats, a radio, an aircon, and not too much more. The engine should be more reliable this generation, with this car receiving Nissan's redesigned 3rd generation HR16DE 1.6-liter inline 4. Most complaints about these cars come from the belt-driven CVTs on the automatics, something that you should avoid with a manual. However, they forgot to tighten one of the fasteners on this car's air intake from the factory. You can take from that what you will. As for driving, it's pretty good. The steering is responsive and the Versa goes around corners pretty well. Even though the engine isn't the most gutsy at around 120 horsepower, the manual transmission gives you the feeling of a pretty zippy ride. Back legroom is also pretty good. You won't have to cut off the legs of your passengers to get them to fit. And as you saw in the beginning, the trunk is pretty big too.
At the end of the day, what I think is important to know is it's a small, practical car, which isn't the most decked out, but if you want to drive a manual, is one of the few choices where you can at a reasonable price.